Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another edition of the Ride to the Rink, your favorite place in the world. It's Christie Casciano Burns, Mike Donnelly, and Lee Elias with you today. And today we're talking about something I know you've all heard: a coach, a parent, somebody, a friend saying, hey, you're never going to make the NHL. None of you are going to make the NHL. Kids, listen to me. And there's two sides to this, but listen to me. I hate it when people tell you that. I will never tell you if the NHL is your dream not to chase your dream. And I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you the value of that. I also have to say to you, I don't like it when people say you're good enough, you're going to make the NHL. That doesn't work for me either because there's no guarantees on that either. So the point of this episode that we're talking to you is this: whatever your dream is, pro hockey, pro anything, you have a right to your dream. Now, here's the deal, and this is a deal. You have a right to chase your dream. There are no guarantees on anything. But I promise you that if you chase a dream down, accomplish it or not, no matter how hard it is, you will learn more about yourself, about life, about work, about success by chasing that dream and failing than if you don't chase it at all. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot pursue. Because if you want it enough, you will pursue it. And that goes if you have the money, the ability, all of the roadblocks that are in the way. If you want something enough, you have the right to pursue that thing. But don't let anyone tell you there's no point in trying. I think that's the worst thing you can hear. Now, I'm not saying real quick, I'll go to Mike here, Christie, in a second. I'm not saying you need to go up to that person and say, that's not true. I am going to make it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying take note that when someone says to you, you're never going to make it, you just kind of nod and say, that person doesn't speak for me. I believe in myself and I'm going to try. It's worth trying because whether you, again, make it or not, the failing along the way is the greatest teacher. Mike, Christie, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, it's great to have a dream, but you also have to realize dreams don't magically happen.
Right.
You also have to work really hard to make that happen. And as you're working really hard toward this dream, sometimes you discover another dream.
Right.
You can go to another direction. And that's okay too, because nothing's lost. You have everything to gain. Don't get disappointed if you don't make your initial dream because you found something that you want to try that makes you even happier. So, but know what it takes. Know the kind of work that it's going to take, and know that it is going to be up to you to make that happen. You don't blame everybody else.
Right.
Well, I didn't do it because so and so or this person. Pointing the finger at blame. It's not going to get you anywhere. So be responsible, work really hard, and chase that dream. It can happen if you really want it.
Yeah, I think Christy and Lee make great points. That if you're listening to this, you also have to take into account when somebody tells you you're not going to make it if you have to, and you really value that person's opinion, whether that's mom or dad, whether that's a coach, whether it's a skills instructor, whether that's somebody that's like a scout, like really take heed of what that means and understand that, like Christy said, things just don't happen. You just don't wish you're going to be a great player and you become a great player. Wishing is great and having the goals is great, but you got to put the work in depending on what that is. Whatever your passion is going to be, you have to find a way to do it. So certainly don't be discouraged if somebody says you'll never make it. But then ask, well, why don't you think I'll make it? What is it about what I'm doing that you think I won't make it? And then, there might be some valid points in there. There might be somebody that says, well, you don't eat right and you don't do the extra work, or mom and dad are always the ones making you go to hockey and you don't really want it that bad. So all of those things, take that as a challenge, I guess, and think about, well, why don't you think I'm going to make it? And I'm going to tell you, well, I disagree with all those points. And you can reflect and say, well, you know what, maybe if that's the perception somebody has in me, depending on what age you are, but if you're of the age right now where you're 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and somebody says, you know what, you're not going to make it, why aren't I going to make it? Right. And guess what? I'm going to make it because I'm going to fix those things.
Yeah, and
right.
Mike,
good point.
What I love about that point too is you're talking about the response, right? When someone says, hey, you're never going to make it, your mind should go, why can't I? What's holding me back from doing that? Someone has to try. Those are good thoughts to have. And keeping in mind what Christie said too, that you have to put in the work and that there's no guarantees, kids. You got to see this for what it is. And Mike, I love that you brought up too, that if you're truly passionate about making it, you'll look for knowledge and you'll look for tips in every version of the conversation, whether it's the most supportive coach or family member you've ever had, or the person who really says you're not good enough. They're going to tell you the things that you need to do if they know what they're talking about, that you need to work on. And there's value in that as well. But I'm going to say it again as we started this. Do not let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do, because if you want something enough, you have the right to pursue it. And again, if it's a true dream, it'll last very long. Mike, Christie, and I still are following our passions at this point of our lives. Okay. And I want to reiterate what Christie said. It's okay if that dream changes over time, because the dream is not also your identity. Okay. It might become part of your identity as you follow it and you try and pursue it. But remember, you have the right to dream, period. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't have the right to do that. Okay? We say it at the end of every episode. I'm going to say it here again. We believe in you. You should too. There's a reason we say those words. It's not enough for us just to tell you that we believe in you. You have to believe in you. Don't let anyone take that away from you. For Christie Cascio, Mike Benelli, I'm Lee Elias. This has been a great episode of The Ride to the Rink. Kids, enjoy your hockey wherever you're at today on that journey. See you next time. Skin up.